So I'm overwhelmed by the support today. I really appreciate you all coming out. We're in the middle of exams. We've got a big function in town with Partners for Progress. So those of you who made time out of your day to come over here, it's greatly appreciated. And it's the type of family that that I know we have, and I'm glad that Gretchen gets to see this today. I want to talk just for a minute about volleyball in general. And I've said this before, I think volleyball was the right program for the right time for the right university. And regardless of whether or not, we had applied to, we did a study and applied to get a fee, but this was the right thing to do regardless. It was that important for our university to take this step forward, and for our department to take this step forward. So I'm very pleased with that. I'm very pleased and appreciative of the fee committee that voted this fee in place to begin volleyball. In fact, I think, Gretchen, the day we were walking around campus, I got the call that it passed. I said, hey, by the way, we can now actually talk seriously about having a volleyball program. It was during their interview, actually. So we were very pleased that passed. I appreciate the fee committee. I appreciate the Board of Regents recognizing this important run for us as well. We have several folks here. Our students are here today. I know some folks from our Thunder Crew are here. This is a great sport for Thunder Crew, a great sport for our students in general. It's a very fast-paced sport, as Al was talking about. It's a very exciting spectator sport for everybody, our entire fan base, and look forward to promoting that. And she's going to do a great job of promoting that and getting some folks in here to watch us play. So as we look at, and let me also say the reason why we're here in May of 2012 instead of May 2013 is because of Dr. Procheski. We were together one night, and the original plan was to move this thing in 14, and he said, no, let's go ahead and move forward with this. And that's the way that he runs things. We had a good plan. We put it in place, and so we're ready to go, and I'm very excited about that and appreciate your pushing us forward with that. When I started calling about Gretchen and calling different folks, and I call a lot of people, we all do when we try to hire someone, consistency was the theme. I kept hearing the same things over and over. Number one, I kept hearing she's got a great relationship with her student athletes. She really cares about her student athletes. Number two, I heard she's a great recruiter. And the third thing, which is vitally important when you're starting a program, is she's extremely organized. In fact, Hope Clark was on our committee, and Hope has those same organizational skills. Hope said, well, she reminds me a lot of myself, and that's a great compliment, Hope, because Hope is extremely organized and can do all those things as well. But starting a program, you gotta have relationships with folks. You gotta be able to recruit, and you gotta be organized. And so we got a chance to do this with Gretchen today, and those things just kept coming over. But really, the first 5 minutes we sat down, she said two things that really stood out with me. She said, we were just talking, getting to know each other, and she said, our job as a coach is to provide the best student-athlete experience possible. And she said, we've had our time already. We're over and done with, and now it's about providing them the best experience possible. And I always point back to Stosh always talks about that. If you start with the student first and work your way out, you're making the right decision. And that really hit home with me and what I think our university is about. And the second thing is, I asked her about her conference. I said, what's the best job in your conference? If you did this, you did that, you put everything together, the conference that she was in. And she said, I think the job I have is the best job. And I embrace the academic standards that we have at Davidson College, and I know the standards are similar here at Georgia College. So she enjoys high academic achievers, in that most of the time high academic achievers are goal-oriented people, and they achieve in all aspects of their life. And that's what she wants to be surrounded with, and certainly that's why she chose Georgia College. Some things that stood out: she had 6 years as an assistant coach, 4 different programs, and a lot of different circumstances in those programs. So she's had a lot of learning experiences, and we talked about that. She played Division II, was an outstanding player. I believe you were Player of the Year in the West Virginia Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. So she played Division II, understands that, and embraces the whole Division II concept. During her time as an interim coach, her team excelled. She was interim coach at Davidson, and I talked to a lot of people that played against her. I said, "Tell me about her team. How they were outstanding. They were organized. They really played hard. All the kind of things and that you want to hear." And I think when an organization invites a new person to become part of their family, it's about getting the right person. Okay, and what does that involve? Well, because we hire people, and then as a coach, she recruits people. I talked to 2 of my college teammates this morning. And the reason I did is because we were all part of a good program with good people, and who I was fortunate to have a coach that really based his philosophy on recruiting the right people. And so we hire good people. You want to know about their work ethic, and you want to know, are they loyal? And every time, over and over and over, I kept getting the same sense of a person with impeccable integrity, a tremendous work ethic, and a tremendous amount of loyalty in some very tough situations. And that really stands out for me. And then finally, for me, and I say this every time, my litmus test is, would I want my child to play for this person? And folks, I'll tell you, without a doubt, Gretchen Crumdick is what's good about college athletics. She really believes in the true student athlete, the true student athlete experience. And our program could not be in better hands. Please give me a warm Bobcat welcome to our new volleyball coach, Gretchen Crumdick.
Thank you. A lot of good work.
Welcome.
Hey.
Well deserved. Thank you.
I want to first thank Wendell for all those really great and wonderful things that he just said about me. I hope I can live up to all your standards that you've just said. But and I want to thank all of you for coming out. I think this is a really good test, and it's a good testament of what this university is about, and that there's so many, standing room only here. It's a little intimidating, but again, it's a good thing for this school. The first time I came onto campus a couple weeks ago, I came in, it was the middle of the night. I didn't really see a whole lot because it was dark, but when I drove past campus, I thought it was gorgeous, and I thought, well, if it's gorgeous now, I can't wait for the sunlight. So it definitely lived up to everything I thought it was going to be. I think this is a really great school with some really good academic standards. I would like to think that every athlete's going to go and play professional sports down the line, but as we all know, that's not realistic, and that's not the real world. And I love the fact that sports will help get student athletes to where they need to be, and it helps cultivate their confidence, and it brings out their personalities, and it really, forms a good base. And I think that that's what Georgia College is all about. So when this job came open and I started researching, it was all the things that I really believed in, and then coming onto campus and meeting Wendell and meeting the committee, and I really enjoyed talking with everybody. I can honestly say, it was the longest day of my life, but it was the most fun I've had in a long time. So that's how I knew that this was going to be a really good fit for me, and volleyball is a great sport. I want to thank Wendell for having the great idea to start volleyball. I want to thank the president for getting behind it and backing it and giving us the go-ahead. I want to thank the student body. Without them, none of us would really be here. So I think there are going to be some really good fans in our seats out there next year. I want to thank all the coaches that are here now. I think I met every single one of you on my visit, and I just got a really good sense of what this athletic department's all about, and I really felt like I would fit in well here and would be a good fit, and so I already feel very comfortable. I also want to thank my family and my brother for coming down from Ohio, and all of the other coaches that I have worked for. I've had 4 different bosses in the past 6 years. I've learned a lot of really good things from the different schools that I've been at, and I really feel like my experiences as a player and as a coach have really prepared me well to be here at this point. So I believe that this is kind of fate, that this is all kind of have come together, and I'm really excited to get this thing going. I can't wait to get on the road and wear my blue and green and show off Georgia College, and which I'll be doing sooner than I think. But I can't tell you how excited I am to get here and to make the move and to get going. I'm ready to roll up my sleeves and get to work. So thank you very much.
I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the committee, and I believe most of them are here today. Susan Allen, Stephen Price, Ken Farr. I know Ken is traveling today. Ginger Chafin chaired the committee. Who else? Mo Smith is here, our women's basketball coach. Hope Clark, our soccer coach. Did I miss anybody on the committee, Ginger? Where you at? Ginger? Yeah. She must not be here. So, and a good thing with technology, Gretchen's parents are able to watch us. This is live via Ustream. So I want to welcome them. I do want to give a good welcome to John, her brother, who drove in from Cincinnati last night. They stayed with a cousin in Atlanta. And appreciate you being here, John, and welcome as well. So Gretchen will be around for questions and for our media members that are here. And also, just please come up and take a chance to introduce yourself to Gretchen. She's a great fit for our university. And again, I'm so appreciative of you all coming out here today. We only get to do this one time. This is it. Volleyball started. So thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you at our first game in the fall of 2013.